Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am going to be doing more of an introduction cardio kickboxing class. The point of this is that I will actually be teaching cardio kickboxing at my local YMCA in Westfield starting next week on the 25th, I believe, whatever that Monday is. So I really wanted to kind of give an introduction, especially for anyone who is at the Y and is currently a member who would like to see what my class is all about before signing up and just kind of jumping right into it. So a little bit introduction about me. My name is Kate Fair. I am a senior psychology student at Western New England University. I am a first degree, third stage black belt in Taekwondo. I used to do a little bit of MMA fighting at our studio, but mostly I taught the Tiny Tigers class, which was children from about 5 to 8, and then I also helped out and participated in our class for pretty much anyone older than 8 and like adults and stuff like that. A lot of these techniques and stuff that I use here are martial art techniques, especially when it comes to blocks and strikes and stuff like that. The point of this class is to really give you a really great cardio workout while also incorporating those moves in so that you kind of get like a less traditional type of a workout. It is a HIIT style class, so I have a timer running. This one, don't get scared that the timer's kind of quick. I understand our class is going to be outside, meaning that weather is going to be a factor. If it is very hot out, I will be extending our rest times because I do not want anyone to suffer from like heat stroke or get too bad or anything like that. The way the class runs, I always have you keep your water bottle next to you so you stop and take water breaks whenever you need to. I also show modifications for basically anything that we do. So if you do need to modify anything, that will be shown, and no one is shamed for it or anything like that. It's really the biggest key is knowing your body and knowing what you can and can't do and kind of working with that. I'd so much rather you push through it and modify the techniques rather than just stopping. So the class itself runs anywhere from about 30 minutes to, we have that hour time frame, but it usually ends up being a good solid 30 to 45 minutes of a workout. It leaves you feeling kind of tired, but also feeling really good about yourself as far as everything that we're doing. Longer classes or a really good full class usually burns anywhere from about 600 to 700 calories. And then the shorter classes that I have on YouTube pretty much range within the 300 to 500 range, if that's something that you really kind of pay attention to or are interested in making sure that you're getting when you are taking these classes. The point of this is to have a nice cardio burn while still building muscle, so that's also something that we really work on. Throughout the entire class, I will be saying things to remind you to engage your core or to stay tight in what muscle groups you should be focusing on while you're doing the workout itself to really get the best results. I also ask that you bring a yoga mat to class. Now the point of this is mostly towards the end. We usually do some ab work as well as when we do burpees and push-ups and things like that. I personally just feel it's more comfortable to have a mat to put your hands on. You can also bring a towel, that will work perfect as well. I know we're outside, so I just don't want you guys to be feeling like you have grass grinding into your hands or that you're putting your face down towards the grass and to do a plank or something like that. So it's all about being comfortable as far as that goes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna jump right into it. This class is gonna have a warm-up and then we're gonna do 4 different sets, okay? Okay, so we're starting with our warm-up, which is gonna be 3 exercises and we're gonna repeat them 3 times. Just a side note, I can't play music while I'm on YouTube just because I can get copyrighted, but during the class I do play an actual playlist while we're working out, and please send me song suggestions that you would like added into there, okay? So we're gonna start with jumping jacks. So I do jumping jacks the cheer way because I am a cheerleader, so I hit a high V and I clean in between. You can do just a regular jumping jack, don't worry about that, okay? You're still targeting the same muscles, it just happens to be the way I do them the most, I guess. Good. Perfect. Now the next thing we're going to do is straight punches. So what I want you to do is you kind of get in a squat position. You're not squatting down, your knees should just be a little bit bent. Core nice and tight. Hands tight, just straight punches, okay? You want to do these kind of fast. And think about keeping that core engaged the whole time, okay? Good. Now with this, your hand should be a nice tight fist, and you actually have a little bit of a twist here. So your hand comes straight and then twist right at the end, okay? And you don't want it coming from your shoulders, it actually comes from your hips. So your hips are gonna twist just a little bit, okay? Beautiful. And then, perfect, and then now we're gonna go into speed bag, okay? So what you're gonna do is your hands are above your head, and they're just gonna spin in a circle. You wanna keep them nice and tight, and you kind of run in place, but it's nice and light, okay? Good. Perfect, and you wanna keep those hands high. You should be able to feel a little bit in your shoulders and in your back, okay? Perfect, now we have a little bit of a longer rest right here, and then we're gonna jump right back into those jumping jacks again. Now, if jumping is something that you can't really do, not a problem for the jumping jacks. Think about raising your arms, step out, okay? So you can just kind of switch. And that's where the cheer way kind of comes in handy, hitting that nice high V. You kind of roll your shoulders back so you're engaging your back as well, okay? Okay, ready? Good job, guys, you got this. The warm-up is always the hardest part, I promise. Well, until we hit burpees, but I don't have any burpees planned for you today. We're keeping it nice and light and happy, okay? Good. Perfect, and then those punches again. So as I said, your legs are just a little bit more than shoulder width. Bend them, keep your core tight, hands in a nice tight fist. They come straight out. Beautiful. You guys are doing fantastic. Good. Keep them sharp. Perfect, and then back into that speed bag. I don't know why I keep like having to think about that last one so much. Okay, ready? Hands up. You want to think you're in like one of those old school boxing movies right here. There's always that one scene where the guy is just going hard on the speed bag. Good, and you want to think about hitting right below where your pinky is, that nice little meaty part of your hand. If you're wearing a hat, I would turn it backwards because I did this with a hat on once and I just kept hitting the brim. So that always poses difficulty. And then one more time, you're almost done, okay? I hate doing the rest when I'm on the camera because I always am like, awkward. I'm better in person, I promise. Okay, ready? Jumping jacks. Good, make sure you guys breathe, okay? Good, that's something a lot of people always forget is breathing. So because we are gonna be outside and it's gonna be really hot, I really want you guys to focus on that. Okay, get ready for the punches. And you really wanna think about breathing in through your nose and then a nice harsh kind of breath out through your mouth, okay? It's gonna be the best way to make sure that you are breathing properly through the whole workout. You're gonna get the best results out of that, and you're also gonna feel the best. This is gonna keep you from feeling lightheaded or anything like that, okay? especially during like the core stuff. I feel like that's when everyone holds their breath. So I remind you a lot during that time, but just something to be mindful of the whole time, okay? Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, ready? Last time. Perfect, now we're gonna go into the actual workout itself. The way the workout is set up is we have 4 sets. Each set has 2 different workouts and each one is repeated twice. It's gonna be 25 seconds on with a 10-second rest. The warm-up is 30 seconds on with a 10-second rest. Then we have a 30-second rest in between sets. I hope that helps. Okay, so this time right now that I just took to set my timer is the time that I will actually be leading you guys through stretching before we start the workout. So we will have a pause there so you guys get to breathe a bit more. But we're gonna jump right into it, so I want you in that same stance as those punches, core tight. Side punch, hook punch, uppercut. So you twist with your hip, lead side, hook, upper. You really wanna think about twisting your abs, okay? Nice and sharp with these motions. And your abs are really gonna be the one that leads you, nice and crunched. So that's where you should be feeling this the most, okay? Perfect, side, hook, uppercut. Now to really hone in the fact that we're using our abs here, we're gonna do a standing Russian twist. So, same position, your legs are just kind of bent for comfort. Focus on crunching that core. Hands together, you're gonna twist. Good. So your hips should really be staying the same, your feet facing forward. Try and keep your head facing forward as well. Your shoulders are gonna move with your arms, of course, but you really wanna make sure you're feeling this and you are using your core to really be the main focus of moving it, okay? Perfect. Twist to the side. Good, now we're gonna go back into that side hook uppercut again. And I kind of realized now as I'm trying to explain things, I always pause the timer during class, like in person, to explain things more and make sure everyone understands before we start. So starting with that side again. So side, hook, uppercut. Perfect. Good. You want these nice and sharp. It's not a race, okay? Side, hook, uppercut. This is one of the moves you will pretty much see in almost every single class because it hits everything really well and it really hones in that technique of our punches. Good. Now the Russian twist this time, we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna make a Z, down, and then back up, okay? So start at the top. As you zigzag down, you wanna think about crunching your core down and then lifting your core back up. So you're stretching and you're crunching. Stretch, crunch. Good. It'll stay tight the whole time, but you really wanna focus on this movement, okay? Good. And as always, breathe. There we go, that's set 1. Okay, before I actually set the timer, I'm gonna show you this next one. So, we're gonna stand, I'm gonna stand facing sideways so you can see this a little bit better. Start with one foot forward. Whatever foot's forward, that hand's gonna block. We're gonna come up with an overhead block. Your hand is nice and tight. Your arm is a little bit angled, so it's kind of like a roof, because if someone were to hit you, the below slides down, rather than this coming as a straight blunt force down on you. So you have your overhead, then we're gonna go into a front kick. So your back leg, it's 3 parts. So it goes 1, out 2, back down 3. So up, kick, back down. Do not worry about how high this kick is. That all comes with flexibility. Focus on the technique of keeping your leg nice and sharp. Your knee comes up. From your knee down is flicking to kick your toe out, and then it comes back down. When we land, we're gonna do a lunge, and then you're gonna jump and you're gonna switch. If you can't do the jump, not a problem, just step, step. Then we're gonna go in, overhead, front kick, lunge. Okay? Wrong thing. Okay. We still have our rest going, so you get a little bit more of a water break this time because I wanted to explain that to you. So just get set up, and remember, whatever foot is forward, that's gonna be the arm that's gonna block first, okay? Okay, ready? Overhead, front kick, lunge, jump to switch. Overhead, front kick, lunge. Good. With that overhead, think about tightening your back, okay? Good. Nice and sharp. You want your toes pulled back for that front kick, okay? You don't want to hit with your toes because you will break your toes. Good. Now the next one, we're going to start facing forward. Arm's going to come up for a hook punch. Think about using that shoulder this time. Hook, grab, knee, go into a squat. That hook comes up, you're focusing on upper body here. We're reaching. Use that knee and crunch your core. Squat. So squat's kind of like a duck. Hook, knee, duck, hook, knee. You want to keep your shoulders up, chest up. Good. So that duck, you're keeping yourself square. You're keeping yourself up, head high. You want to be focusing on a target, okay? Now we're going back into that overhead front kick lunge. Okay, ready? Overhead, front kick, lunge, jump switch. Overhead, front kick, lunge. Beautiful, guys. Good. Make sure you're planting that front foot. Weight goes there as you kick your leg up. Weight shifts as you lunge. Perfect. Now again with that duck hook knee. With that knee, think about reaching and then really using your core to crunch yourself down, okay? So ready? Hook, knee, duck, hook, knee. Beautiful. Now, I know I'm telling you a lot of things at once. When you come up from that duck, squeeze your butt. That's really how you're gonna engage your glutes as far as doing that squat motion. Perfect, that was set number 2. Now we're going into number 3. You guys are like halfway done. Okay, I'm gonna show you the next 2 before I start our timer again. So the first one, we're gonna start in that nice steady stance. So it's actually called a horse stance because you think about like you're riding a horse. Your legs are bent, your core is tight, your shoulders are square. Okay, that's gonna be kind of our home base for most of the things that we do. Start here, your hands nice and tight. We're gonna do a high, middle, low punch. Then we're gonna go into a jump squat. Again, if you can't jump or jumping hurts your knees or honestly anything, even if you just don't want to. High, middle, low, nice and sharp. Go up on your toes so you can engage your calves. Back down, squat, back up. Take the whole jump out of it, but still get that motion of going up on your toes and then coming back down, okay? And then the second thing we're gonna do, again with a squat, we're gonna squat, you're gonna come up, we're gonna do a side kick. Now, I don't mean just a side raise, we're gonna do an actual side kick. So what this means is you're gonna shift your weight over. The leg that's kicking actually comes over, your knee bends down, you point your butt straight out with a side kick. Now I don't want anyone falling over if you don't have the best balance. So if you're at home trying this, hold a chair if you need to. And if we're actually like in the place or if you've just never tried this before and you are outside, keep it low. So you shift that weight, bend over. You want to twist that hip, side kick. Keep it nice and low. That bottom foot is actually going to turn. So your toes should end up facing the other wall. But as long as it's like kitty cornered, you're getting the motion correct, okay? So it comes over, that actively moves as you twist your hip. Side kick, nice and low, come back down. Then we're gonna end it with a curtsey lunge. So your leg crosses over as you do that lunge. So instead of being straight back, we're gonna be moved over just a little bit. That's gonna engage the side of your legs and the side of your glute more than just a regular straight back lunge, okay? So I'm gonna turn our timer back on. And I hope you guys got some water while I was babbling there for all of that. And we're gonna go right into that first one. So you'll alternate this, so we'll start with the right up high, and then we'll go to the left up high, okay? Keep those shoulders square, nice and tight. High, middle, low, jump squat. Make sure you squeeze your butt as you come up, okay? Good. Beautiful, guys. Nice and sharp. Keep that core tight the whole time. Think about how you're using it. You use it with everything you do. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go into that kind of complicated squat thing. So I'm gonna walk you through it, okay? Pick whatever side you wanna do first. We're gonna squat. Come up. Now we're gonna pull that leg up. Side kick. Come back down. Once you land, go into that curtsey lunge. Do not go right from the side kick into the curtsey, okay? Side kick, down, cross, curtsey lunge. Good. Squat, up, side kick, down, over, curtsey. Good. I know there's a lot of moving parts, but you guys are doing amazing, okay? One more time. We're going to start with that high, middle, low again, okay? Okay, ready? High, middle, low, jump squat. High, middle, low, jump squat. You guys are doing amazing. Good. Good. Now I'm going to start with this side because that's where I ended on the last one. Everything's timed, so go nice and slow if you need to, okay? Okay, ready? Shoulders square, we squat. Up, turn your head. Side kick. Down, over, curtsey. Good. Squat. Up, turn. Side kick. Down, over, curtsey. That side kick, now we're aiming with our heel this time rather than our toes. Gonna finish it out. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna move my camera for the last one so you guys get a better angle, okay? Last one, guys, you are doing phenomenal. So now this one we're gonna really target our upper body as well as our abs, okay? So the first move that we're gonna do, you're gonna go up, and I'm gonna show you the modification too. So we'll be up in a high plank. Shoulder tap to the right, well, with the right hand, with the left hand. Come down, push up. Push-ups, you can either do regular like this, you can do closer, and you can do military. You come down here. That one you're going to target more of your triceps as well as your chest and your shoulders and back, whereas the other one is more shoulders, chest, back, and not as much as the triceps. You can also do wide. That one's really going to hit more of your chest as well as this inner part of like your chest and shoulder right there. And then, I mean, there's other like fancy ones, but I would stick to like those three. As a modification for this, on your shoulders, on your knees, cross your legs, lean yourself over so your weight's in your shoulders. Shoulder tap, whatever kind of push-up you want. So just do it on your knees, okay? And then the last one that we're gonna do is an up-down plank. So you start up, go down, down, up, up. Now you wanna go nice and slow. This isn't just an exaggeration. You wanna go down slow, hold for a second, go up slow. That's gonna be the best way to keep your core engaged. Make sure you're not doing anything funky as far as like sticking your butt up or arcing it really down, okay? That, again, if you need to take a break, either just hold a high plank or hold a low plank, or again, go on your knees, same thing, okay? Just really focus on your core if you do that, okay? But either way, still works perfect. And again, you still got your rest, so I really hope this kind of helped to slow things down a little bit as far as me pausing things. I apologize about going too fast in the beginning. I forgot that this was intro and for new people, so I'm sorry. Okay, ready? Up, shoulder tap, push up. Keep your core nice and tight, and you want to go slow because if you shift your weight over, you don't want to be flying all around. You want to still keep yourself pretty grounded. Make sure you breathe. Beautiful. You guys are doing phenomenal. Good. And now rest. I know everything else seemed complicated and it's like, oh, this seems so easy. This is probably the hardest part. You're tired, and I know everyone hates working upper body. Down, down, up, up. Perfect, guys. These are like the mother of all planks. They're probably the most difficult, but also like one of the most effective. So therefore they're my favorite, but at the same time I hate them. Good. Perfect. What I kind of want you to think about when you're doing that up-down plank is that you were knocked to the ground and you need to get up as quick as possible. So being able to kind of push yourself up and down, okay? Okay, ready? Up for those shoulder taps. Last time, you got this. Up, tap, tap, push up. Beautiful. I hope now you guys kind of see why I said a mat or a towel will help a lot. Good, make sure you breathe. If you need to, just hold that plank, okay? Beautiful. Last time, guys, you got one more thing left and you're almost there. And you're there. Okay, ready? Up in that high plank. Down. Up. Good. Keep that core tight. Really think about squeezing. Beautiful. Keep that butt down if you can, okay guys? You want to keep your back as flat as you can. You're done, you made it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this workout. You are done. At this point in the class, we will be doing like a stretch down together. That way that you can let your heart rate kind of calm down. You feel nice and stretched. Your muscles can relax a little bit before you get in your car and you drive home. I really hope that you liked this intro video and that this made things a little bit more clear of what you're getting yourself into beforehand. I do take everyone's feedback into consideration. So please make sure you're talking to me after class or even letting me know in comments down below what you're already thinking and stuff like that. I do have a whole playlist of videos that I have been putting out throughout this whole quarantine, so please feel free to give those a watch as well, just kind of see where the class will be heading and going and stuff like that. I do, like I said, take the feedback into consideration, so if you guys want to see more series of moves and stuff like that, I will gladly create more like that, as well as making sure each class is fun and interesting and something a little bit new for you guys. I also take feedback as far as like what muscle groups you really want to target. If you guys come in and you're like, I'm really looking to like tone up my legs, I will make sure we're adding more leg focused stuff. Same thing goes if you're really more focused on core, upper body, full body, pretty much anything. Just let me know. I really want to make sure that this class is fun and interactive for you and something that you enjoy taking. Couple of reminders, again, be sure to bring a yoga mat or a towel that you have to class with you. Bring a full water bottle. You guys are really going to want the water, especially because we're outside. With being outside, we are in a grass field, so please make sure you're wearing sunscreen, bringing sunscreen, and same thing goes for bug spray. I want to make sure that you guys are covered and that you're not standing there doing stuff and then like mosquitoes are biting you or you're getting a sunburn or anything like that. We don't want to have to stress about that while we're working out. Remember that you feel free to ask like questions and stuff throughout the class. I promise I'm really nice and sweet and I will talk about anything, as well as I'm very approachable, so please come up to me. Let me know any concerns that you have before class or anything that comes up after class or even like during the class. If you need me to slow down, if you want things to be sped up a little bit, anything, okay? I hope this helps, and I'm really sorry I babble so much. I'm just really bad at this whole like camera thing stuff. I hope you guys all have a lovely day, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Be sure to like and subscribe, and again, this class will be at the Westfield YMCA. I am going to make sure I put the flyer both before, like at the beginning of this video and the end, and it will be up on my Instagram page, which is Kate Fair Fitness. Yeah, feel free to give me a follow on both this and my Instagram and my YouTube. Make sure you get notifications for everything because I do post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I occasionally do a Sunday series on that YouTube channel, and I post pretty much daily on the Instagram with different home workouts as well as different like motivation and like fitness type topics. So I hope to see you all soon, and I hope this helps. I love you.